Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And that is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Oh, he slipped right by him. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
The give is to Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get it down here to the 43. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Newton. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep rights. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, and they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Newton now to throw. A screen to Bell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Here we go.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
Flex round! Flex round!
Stepping up, he'll try and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Flex round!
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll look to throw here. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it with the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On second down, here's Penny. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run for it with Penny, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Cam's going to run the option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Newton to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. Directly over him. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Bell, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Flex round! Flex round!
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And that one good for 16 yards and a first. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? 90!
They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we come upon halftime. Intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 6.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A give to Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Newton now on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They're going to look to throw. Evans has it left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Evans. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The former LSU Tiger, Dante Jackson. On the stop. They'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, here's Newton. This is Bell on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but As you said, incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in Tampa. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got a man. It's Williams. Touchdown, Carolina. Max Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. back to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice hit, boy. Come on now. Let's rock now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Newton. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. T.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
He's going to let this one go deep. And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second down, it's Bell. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got a first down and more past the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Here we go, fellas. Greg.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.